Ladies and gentlemen, the day has arrived. The time has come. We're here. Game 5 of our best of 5 series for excellency semi-finals match-off versus Death Cards Academy and No Fear Wolves. To make his way through this final pick band of the night is Icarus, joined on the desk by the final time tonight by none other than the support for Shadowblade slashing Metapods. Ran straight back into it. Same bands as we've always been seeing this entire night. Azir, Aphelios, Diana versus the Gwen, Viego, Nocturne, and Jin Zhao. The first pickup, starting with game 1, ending it off in game 5 here, my man. What are we feeling?
It's been a crazy series. I was expecting a game 5. I thought it would have been over by now, but we're still here. And EJ has been delivering. It's been like so back and forth. It's been awesome. And seeing the jungle picks here, we have DCA still getting the Xin Zhao. No Fear Wolves did a great job mitigating it last game. Or I don't know so much that they mitigated it as they kind of just ran it down mid lane, and DCA had no answer to it. So we'll have to see if they find an answer to that in draft this time. Looks like the Diana's banned though. I want to see that Hecarim's actually going to be locked in.
It's definitely been a very interesting series. It feels like a Blue side has won every single game of the night so far. They keep flip-flopping on it, so maybe DCA wins this one just based off of having the blue side here going into game 5. But it's the first time we're going to see the Hecarim coming out in this best of 5 series here. The Xin Zhao has been played so far this entire series, I think, or has at least been banned or picked every single game. I'm curious to see what the Hecarim is planning to do here. I also want to know what that final pickup for the side of No Fear Wolves was. It looks like it is going to be a Thresh. They have let us know in the chat separately. So for everyone at home, that second pick on the side of No Fear Wolves is going to be Thresh, and we'll keep an eye out on that for continuing forward. I personally think that Hecarim would have enjoyed having a Yumi. I've seen it before, and I'd love to see it again, but I digress. You can only hope and dream.
Hecarim Yumi is probably one of the most hilarious combinations, but I don't know if anyone would be brave to pull it out except for Zyra. Okay. Just I don't know if that's going mid lane, because Patrick plays a lot of crazy things. So that might actually be mid lane. That might not be bot lane for sure. And I do like to see the Mordekaiser back in there for Fugnuggler. He does love to get in there and brawl. A lot of pressure when he had it before. I'm
so scared about where the Zyra is going. It's the first time we've seen the Zyra this entire series so far. It's the first time I think we've seen Zyra in the entire league, to be honest with you. This champion is not played very often here. And with that Malphite being locked in, you got a lot of frontline members coming in from No Fear Wolves. They want to be trying forcing this play onto DCA, but what are you going to do versus Mordekaiser versus Zyra? Some very interesting picks, I'll say for sure. Not exactly meta, not exactly powerful, but now I have so many questions about what DCA wants to be doing with this composition.
The Zyra might have just been an answer coming into the hard engage from the Hecarim, because she can drop her ult down and it's really hard to move past it. But with doubling down on it with that Malphite on top of the Hecarim, they're gonna have a lot of answers to just get on her and blow her up, especially as a mid laner. So it might be able to see going down into the bot lane for support and a bit safer of a mid laner play. They definitely have a lot of options, and it's really good to see a Yasuo ban coming out. Cornstar, he proved me wrong. And apparently DCA also agrees that this man's Yasuo is clean. He can press R. And then we have a Vayne ban and a Pyke ban. Definitely some respect from No Fear Wolves. Also a Cassiopeia ban to round it out.
This is where it really starts to come down to it for me for No Fear Wolves. I need to see them pick up some consistent form of damage here. There has to be something that is worth picking the Hecarim and Malphite for. Something that is worth having such a strong front line for. The Yone is definitely one of those picks that I'm willing to put my money behind, but the question is, from here, with that amount of AD coming in from No Fear Wolves, you have the Hecarim, you have the Yone, you have to expect that it's going to be some kind of AD carry on the bottom side of the map, unless they're looking to pick up the Ziggs again. Is it going to be enough damage that can't be mitigated by armor here for the side of DCA, as they're looking to lock in a Pantheon for themselves? And my biggest question is going to be, where are the Pantheon and Zyra going, and what is Galaxy Meep going to be playing this game around? He has been the carry for Death Cards Academy in game 3. He was their source, their big carry that they were looking to have win them game 4 here, but it's going to be Lucian that he is piloting here in game 5 here to try and end off this series and win it all for Death Cards Academy.
They tried the scaling option. They didn't like it. So now they're slamming either support goes down here. Pantheon or Zyra with a Lucian. That lane is terrifying. No Fear have their wolves cut out for them. Epic fail guy. If I'm in his position, I'm sweating right now. Just like, oh man, what do I pick? I just pick Sivir, farm forever. Ezreal's another good one. You just stay at Q range. Don't interact. Don't at me.
No cap, don't at me. Wants to stay as far away as possible from this one. I'm still concerned for No Fear Wolves. In terms of sheer amount of damage that they're going to be able to bring to the table, I'm not sure if it's going to be enough. The one thing that I do like about the composition is just how much engage options they have available for themselves. The Hecarim with the Onslaught of Shadows and the Unstoppable Force coming in from Malphite is a lot more consistent of an engage than, say, the likes of Xin Zhao, who wants to dash forward, or Pantheon, who has to get within range of this Ezreal and of the full engage from Hecarim and Malphite before he can commit to jumping onto either the Ezreal and Yone, who do have very consistent disengage options.
They definitely have a lot of trouble getting in there, but I think that we'll see No Fear pulling the trigger first in most of these fights with their Hecarim and their Malphite, and they have a Thresh to play babysitter for them with a Lantern. Whereas on the DCA side, they only have the Xin Zhao to get in there, and they have a Pantheon. They're really lacking a lot of CC for these fights, and there's be a lot of zoning. It's going to be really important how Zyra uses her plants to navigate these fights. It's going to be really tricky.
Yeah, and while we're going through the champions being locked in one more time, I know that the Excellency mainstream has joined us over here on the second stream. Welcome everyone to Game 5 of Death Cards Academy versus No Fear Wolves. We're so excited to have you all here. Looking back at the rest of the series so far, it's been a blue side victory every single time. DCA picking up game 1 off of the back of Sterling Archer, Xin Zhao in game 2. No Fear Wolves bring it back with Cornstar playing a mean Yasuo combination with the rest of his team. A Diana, there was an Ornn, they had a Kalista with the Fates Call. Everything was a knock-up. Game 3, DCA turns it around again, this time off the back once more of their carry in DCA. But more importantly, Galaxy Meat getting a bunch of kills early, a triple and then a quadra kill in the second and third strike of the game. And then finally, that last game that we just have finished up before hopping into this one, another Cornstar Yasuo special. So you're all caught up, you're all with us here in game 5 as we're looking forward. Draft has been playing locked in. We're through the first rotation here, Metapods. What are we looking at for both of these teams in terms of early game rotations and early game aggression? Because that's what's really been defining a lot of these games throughout this series.
I'd really expect a lot of the early aggression to come from DCA this time. Whenever they've set the pace, though, they've usually been able to win their games. But on the other side, from No Fear, they have a lot more scaling, they have a lot more team fighting engage options. It's another comp that really likes to go level 6, and No Fear pilots these comps very well. So we might get a repeat of Game 2. We'll just have to see. I do like how the Yasuo got banned, and Cornstar, probably not allowed to call Yasuo Yone. I usually call them on stream, but the Windy Boys, for lack of other words. He just goes to the Yone after Yasuo gets banned. And I think it's so funny. We have so many picks coming out here in Game 5. They just randomly pull out the Yone, they pull out the Zyra, they pull out the Lucian, and it's probably going to end up being a bloodbath.
My biggest concern, I've mentioned it before, and I'm gonna continue to come back to it time and time again, is that there's not enough damage on the side of No Fear Wolves to make these team fights happen. Yes, you have the Yone, you have the Ezreal that are some great mid to late game scaling picks, but versus Xin Zhao, Pantheon, Lucian, Zyra, Mordekaiser, all these really aggressive, that get in your face, try and fight your composition that DCA ran away with in game 1 of this series. I'm really scared here for No Fear Wolves that they're not going to be able to hold back the storm that Death Cards Academy is trying to bring into this final game of the series, kind of going back to that same just in your face, win every lane, win everything from early on, and just blow open the base as quickly as possible that we saw from very early on in the series.
Yeah, I think if they can pull off the full court press they're able to do before, they're going to be able to take it home. Most of these lanes are going to be pain for No Fear. And if Xin Zhao can find some more options in this early game, like he was able to find in the previous games, you're going to be in for a pretty good time.
Well, Metapods, Game 5, the final game of the series here. I'm going to ask you one last time to put your money where your mouth is. Who do you think takes it all?
I have to get the DCA. They're playing their style, and I think they're going to take it home.
I'm going to put my vote on No Fear Wolves. I'm scared. I'm nervous, but I think they can do it. I think this Yone pick goes really undervalued a lot of the time. So we'll see, ladies and gentlemen. We'll get the vote running up for you guys in chat as well. I know there's not as many points here on the second stream, but blow them all anyways. It'll be fun. All in. What do you know? We'll see you guys in just a couple of minutes after the spectator delay for Game 5. The Silver Scrapes, the one to end it all here in semifinals to see who plays up against CB Rush. We'll be back in a few.
Hello everyone, welcome to Game 5 tonight of our semifinal series, Death Cards Academy, No Fear Wolves. We're 2-2, and I am joined tonight by Icarus, of course. How are you doing tonight? How excited are you for our Game 5?
You know what's the best part? You peeked out on Discord, so I just got as like the only parts that I talk. Oh no, level 1!
Oh no, level 1 skins, what are you doing? We're trying to sing Silver Scrapes here, Sterling Archer! Sterling Archer, you're already dead! First blood already going down to Cute Raichu. Icarus, what is happening?
Holy moly, Game 5 started off with the first like the first level 1 invade where we get a kill. You can't do this to me, I'm tired. It's been a long series and we finally see the level 1 invade, but it goes south for DCA. You know what, I've said it before and I'll say it again. We're gonna go back on this game. We're gonna say that whoever wins early wins the game, right? And you got first blood on the side of No Fear Wolves, so they have to win this game. So the team that I rapped for and made my whole spiel about, they have to win now, right? I'm for it.
Oh yeah, they just win now. No Fear Wolves, they got the first blood. That just means that they take Game 5 now, right? Like there's no contest. I mean, obviously.
Obviously. But like taking a look across the rift as it is, you know, it's really not that big of a deal. It was Cute Raichu that's able to pick up the first blood, and there was that was a change made years and years ago. That first blood pre-minion wave doesn't really do a whole lot in terms of gold. You actually get reduced first blood gold for it, so it's not going to mean the end of the world. It is a 500 gold lead into the pocket of Malphite, who went back. He's able to pick up either the Corrupting Pot or the Ruby Crystal. I think the Ruby Crystal was probably his second pickup here, where it's based off of the item list, but it's not going to be the end of the world. Now, it's been in the hands of Yone. Maybe we have something to be a little bit more concerned about here, but since it goes into the Malphite, it's okay. Just means that first blood isn't going to be available for Sterling Archer to pick up later on.
Yeah, no first blood for Sterling Archer. He got it first game, he got it second game. I almost want to say he got it fourth game as well. Just 3 out of 5 games getting first blood is really huge, as now there's a 1v1 in the mid lane, as we always gotta have these 1v1s, both being taken down so low, as Cornstar did have to burn his Ignite for that first level 1 kill, and did not have it up there for that potential kill in the mid lane for himself, as Giz going in for the gank, not wanting to commit anything though, as again, you don't know where Sterling Archer is, and King of First Bloods, he could still find the first gank.
Something that I do have to question here is the Cute Raichu Malphite into Fug Nuggler in particular. I would have thought that you would want to still put this Malphite in the middle lane for tanks to be played around the mid side. It's not that bad of a matchup for Malphite in particular. You just take the Comet instead of the Grasp and you optimize towards an early Frostfire, but putting this armor-resistant base tank in the top lane versus a consistent magic damage dealer like the Mordekaiser doesn't seem like that great of a matchup for the laners of No Fear Wolves here. I would have much preferred to see Cornstar go into maybe a slightly more volatile matchup for himself as well, but something that is at least going to go potentially even rather than just a straight losing lane on the top side. Oh my god, that hook.
Cthulhu landing the double root onto the bot lane members of No Fear Wolves is just unfortunate. They don't really have a lot of damage right now, as yes, Epic Fail Guy got taken down so low, but not really having a jungler there or just enough damage coming out from Galaxy Meat quite yet just means not really any early kills going over in this bot lane quite yet.
And it's a really slow start to this game outside of that level 1 that we saw as a bit of a trade going on the top side of the map. I wonder if Skiz can...
the
teleport there. Hold on, this is big.
Raichu up here in this tri-bush as TP comes in from Fug Nuggler, trying to keep his jungler alive, as Sterling Archer finds himself in an isolated 1v1 with Skiz and is able to find the 1-for-1 right before the next TP comes in. Coming up from Patrick Jones as Fug Nuggler forced to flash away, unfortunately not flashing towards Patrick Jones, as Patrick Jones forced to flash in, finds the stun, but not having any damage follow-up is unfortunate, as now he's trying to find another 1-for-1 in the end here onto Kiraichu, but hitting his E in the wrong direction. He's just trying to run away as he lands another nice stun, but that's not going to be enough. Cornstar picking up his 3rd kill, very extended triple kill in this game.
Oh my goodness, Cam, if game 3 was won based off of the fact that Galaxy Meep was able to pick up a couple of early killing sprees for himself, including that triple early, that triple onto Cornstar is massive here for the side of No Fear Wolves. And we were saying that getting first blood onto Cute Raichu, okay, it doesn't matter, but if you got onto Cornstar, maybe it matters. Screw first blood. You got 3 kills, an entire triple on the top side of the map for this Yone, and that's all based off of the fact that they are able to continuously take that fight as a 3-man unit, while DCA came in 1 at a time. First, you had the teleport coming in from Fugnuggler. It wasn't until several seconds later that Patrick Jones commits a teleport of his own, despite the fact that Cornstar was already there.
Okay. I was very worried that he was just gonna die through his E right there, as yes, Skiz was hovering him, but honestly, Cornstar could have almost just gone down to Patrick Jones right there, as if Patrick Jones had Ignite, not that teleport up, I think that was gonna be solo kill in the mid lane right there.
And that would have been tragic for the side of No Fear Wolves. You can't pick up a triple and then immediately give shutdown gold over to your laner. You still have to play defensive if you're a Cornstar here. So you do have a little bit of an aggressive play being made on the bot side. There we go.
And landing the hook onto Galaxy, using that flash forward, trying to find the kill, as both bot lane members from No Fear Wolves did commit their flashes, and neither one of them able to get that last auto onto Galaxy, trying to just secure their first kill in this very bloody game so far. Death Cards Academy, meanwhile, taking that first Cloud Dragon for themselves so far. Very aggressive.
Yeah, that's kind of been the name of the game for this entire series, Cam. Just everyone constantly fighting, constantly at each other's throats. They always are looking for the next play that's going to give them a kill, that's going to give them some kind of lead. As we're looking towards the mid lane, you have Sterling Archer there, top side of the map. You do have Skiz here just at level 6. The Death Realm comes down, and it seems like Malphite knows something's up.
Oh no, Fugnuggler. He tried to get that level 6 up on Kiraichu, and he was able to get the level lead up on his laner, but unfortunately, Skiz also has a level up over Sterling Archer in the jungle side of things. So Fugnuggler not being able to kill Raichu in the Death Realm, though, will allow him to live, but going in with that ultimate, cute Raichu picking up a solo kill in the top lane.
I saw cute Raichu hit level 6, and I was back in my mind, I'm like, does he do it? Does he commit for it? He has to. Underneath her, it's so easy, and he does, and I'm so happy. Because what that does is allows him to shove out this wave here. Look, that is 2 waves stacked up that he's now going to be able to deny all that EXP. Fugnuggler got the level 6 because he had frozen the wave, but he ends up being able to unfreeze it from cute Raichu with some help from Skiz, and now he's the one that gets to deny a huge wave of experience, a huge wave of gold into that top lane turret there for Fugnuggler to miss out on. As we do have more plays coming on the bottom side of the map.
Of course, Skiz running in as fast as he can into this bot lane, but it doesn't even matter. Ooh, for Cthulhu in the support 1v1, able to find the pick onto Joshbox.
And it's just such a clean early game coming in here for the side of, or not clean, hold on. For a second, I thought that it was Skiz that got a kill. How did Joshbox go down? I look away for a second, and all of a sudden I realize the support's dead. All right, fantastic pickup there from DCA, getting the turnaround kill. Unfortunate that he wasn't able to find anything for the hands of No Fear Wolves, but I'm very curious to see where these leads are going to go for the side of No Fear Wolves. They do have 2 other kills into cute Raichu, 3 into Cornstar, and now that we're seeing a couple of kills coming out for DCA, it's in the hands of Fugnuggler, it's in the hands of the Zyra support, and anyone on the side of DCA can build damage and try and carry their team here, and I'm just curious to see what they're going to be able to do with the members that are picking up these kills, that are finding these leads for themselves.
Yeah, we really haven't gotten to see any enchanters throughout this entire series. All 5 games, we saw 1 enchanter, and that was a karma for Patrick Jones in the mid lane, and he did not get to play mid lane that game. It was not his fault that he was like, what, 1-1-8 or something. It was a very tragic game for him, and not having an enchanter this game, and instead having that mage support, that being Cthulhu, like you're saying, you can build that more supportive mage style where you build Rylai's first, or you could go for that full damage, full Leanders. I am probably expecting him to go towards that more Leanders, as you are trying to get some more AP damage on this team comp that is otherwise 3 AD plus a Mordekaiser.
And Mordekaiser isn't even really the best example of an AP champion. Typically, he likes to go for the 1v1, so it's not like a traditional mage, and that's where Zyra is showing up a lot of those weaknesses for the side of DCA. They want to try and have that additional magic damage so that they can't be fully itemized against when it comes to armor with this Malphite in the top side of the map. There's another Death Realm being thrown down here. What can Cute Raichu do about it?
Raichu is holding that ultimate so that he is able to run away if he does need it, but he could be looking to potentially turn it back on the Thug-Nuggler, but it doesn't look like he quite wants to do that, as again, Cornstar looking for this ultimate in the mid lane, using that Fate Steel, doing a lot of damage to Patrick Jones. He popped that Ignite, he popped that Flash, able to find another solo kill in the mid lane, now 4-0-1 on this Yone.
And that's not what you need to be doing if you're Patrick Jones here. Yes, you were real close to picking up that kill, but you can't be going down like that. Meanwhile, while that's happening, Rift Herald was dropped on the bottom side of the map, so first break is going to be going over to Death Card's Academy. We're 10 minutes in, Cam, and we got 8 kills already. These two teams are playing at a breakneck pace. Oh, Cute Raichu!
He's trying to go in for the solo kill with the Flash. Is going to be able to secure it. He almost didn't have enough mana for that Q. If he flashed and didn't have mana for a Q, that would have been very tragic.
I would have laughed. I would have laughed so hysterically. That's my favorite, is watching people do that, and they're like, wait a second. It would have been tragic, don't get me wrong, but it would have been so funny. Anyways, looking at the dragons on this map, looking at the kind of neutral state of the map right now, we get a lot of action, a lot of kills happening around the mid and the top side of the map, but I want to go back and look at the bottom side. Ezreal, Epic Fail Guy, has been doing a good job of absorbing pressure, but it has been costing him a lot of gold. If we look at the gold difference between these two players, it's nearly 1,000 gold in favor of Galaxy. Hold on.
Getting hooked into all 3 members of No Fear Wolves, but Thug-Nuggler immediately trying to turn around with the TP coming in from Raichu on the backside. Galaxy Meep finding himself in a 1v2, able to find a kill into Josh Box, and almost Epic Fail Guy as well, right before he's taken down. Now Epic Fail Guy picking himself a double kill up on his own, and Cute Raichu finding himself in a nice late 1v1 in Sterling Archer. You can't kill Skiz, you can't kill Epic Fail Guy. It's almost a triple kill for Epic Fail Guys. Now Patrick Jones is caught out. He finds himself in a very extended 1v3 Thug-Nuggler. He really wants to help Patrick Jones. He's walking as fast as he can, but he's not quite fast enough. Skiz picking up another kill for himself and Thug-Nuggler. He's just got to walk away from this one.
And it's another... Are they going to be able to find Thug-Nuggler?
I don't think he's going to have to, because he's got this Death Realm up. He can be looking for this isolated kill onto Skiz if he's able to do enough damage to the Realm, but I don't think he's going to be able to, as he somehow finds kill the Epic Fail Guy right before going down. So that's a nice 200 gold shutdown in Thug-Nuggler's pocket.
Bringing down the mace over here for Thug-Nuggler. All this over in a singular Ocean Dragon. That's going to be a teleport coming in here from Patrick Jones. I think this one has to be given over to the side of DCA. Great extension there by Thug-Nuggler. They lost the initial fight, and a lot of that gold is still going to be going in favor of No Fear Wolves. At the end of the day, the only trade 2 for 4, or actually 2 for 5, everybody on DCA dying in that team fight. But because the game is so early, it means that they're able to get back onto the Rift faster than the reset can come in from No Fear Wolves, allowing them to pick up this dragon, which is very unfortunate for No Fear Wolves. Oh, great flash.
Oh my goodness, that is the support mentality right there. I will get the sword in this bush. You're not gonna stop me getting the sword. I swear. He's still going for it. Look at this. He doesn't know if Yone's over that ward right now. He has no clue. What if Yone's right there, and instead Yone's looking to kill his Legacy? Oh man.
Well, I mean, there's no more ulti on the Yone, so it's not the end of the world.
Oh my goodness, that root was kind of insane. But Galaxy Meep again, you left Yone alone, and he's gonna find himself an ADC to kill.
And that's been the name of the game so far for the side of No Fear Wolves. Cornstar has been absolutely the star of this team on the Windy Boys, as Metapods put it. He's been showing up huge on the Yasuo, showing up big on the Yone as well here, putting out so much damage and finding a lot of great picks onto Galaxy Meep. It feels like he really has a vendetta against AD carry players in general. It's just constantly using those ultimates, constantly finding the AD carry out of position or diving super hard in order to get the damage onto these backline members. But you know what? It's not a vendetta. It's what he needs to be doing here. It's how he needs to be playing this game. And Cornstar coming in the back half of the season here for No Fear Wolves has been really putting up a lot of great work for his team and showing that he can be the carry that his team needs him to be.
Yeah, he is absolutely. As of course, Cornstar, like you're saying, was originally a top lane sub. They have been doing a little bit of this role swapping throughout the series. Q Raichu and Cornstar have basically just been freely swapping throughout top and mid, just throughout this entire series. As I do believe Q Raichu's actually been top lane 3 games this series, and Cornstar has been mid lane 3 games. So basically, more than half this games they've been quote unquote off role, but clearly not really off role as Cornstar finding so many kills, so many easy solo kills even in this mid lane. And again, a nice triple kill early on, finding himself some nice strong leads as we have another 1v1 top lane going on as Fugnuggler. He's trying to find the kill onto Q Raichu, but not able to do it right before Skiz arrives. And now the bot lane for Death Cards has come. They're trying to secure something up here for Fugnuggler as he's just had such a rough time up here, but a lot thrown down and nothing really picked up for it.
Yeah, it's a really hard angle for the Zyra to try and go for the root right there. Instead, decides to just back away. They want to try and pressure this turret instead, but if we're looking across the rest of the map, Epic Fail Guy is going to be farming up that mid lane. You got Cornstar on the bottom side of the map who can continue to take these 1v1s versus Patrick Jones. So it's a lot of lanes being covered by the side of No Fear Wolves. It will mean a Rift Herald for all their efforts on the top side of the map here being picked up by Death Cards Academy. An opportunity for them to try and continue to blow this game in their favor. They are sitting about 1,000 gold behind, but they have 2 dragons up, and they're making their way towards that soul point of the game. If we take a look, it is a mountain soul this game, so it means that they're going to have some extra resistances as a 1v1 on the bot side.
Oh, okay. He almost lived with the flash. He almost did, but unfortunately, he just can't survive Cornstar at this point. He is an unstoppable menace in the side lane right now. You've got to send at least 2 people at this point. No one is able to 1v1 him anymore. He's just too huge, completed shield bow, and he's probably sitting on enough gold for at least half of an item.
And here's the thing, we're going to look back at the last game of this series here with Cornstar being so far ahead. It has to bring up the question once again here for DCA. What is the price that you're willing to pay in order to shut down Cornstar? At this stage in the game, I'm willing to say everything. You throw everything in the kitchen sink at this man. You shut him down. You put him out of the game as best as you can before he's able to finish that Infinity Edge, because once Yone is able to complete that IE, he gets just so much more powerful, and because that much more obnoxious to deal with the amount of burst damage that he's able to consistently put out, which is really weird to say, but he has the Immortal Shield Bow, he has the BF Sword. You have to do something to slow this man's roll, and if that means you have to blow every flash and every ultimate, then it's what you got to do. And I need to see them using these Pantheon ultis aggressively to make outnumbered and outmanned plays versus Cornstar, rather than just having him match him 1-for-1 in a clean on duel, because he's never going to win that.
This could finally be the shutdown from Cornstar. Shield Bow already popped, and they're trying to use the culling, but the culling not going to do enough. Galaxy forced to flash forward. He's able to pick up the shutdown on the Lucian. Now Skiz trying to find something in the backline here, but he's just not taking up his shutdown, going over to Fugnuggler now as well. And Q Raichu does not have his ult, or he does have his ult available actually, and he's going to be using it, but only onto one member, who's Patrick Jones. He's so far behind, he's not the person you're trying to take down anymore. Sterling Archer going into the backline, not going to be the one taking the hook, though, as Fugnuggler takes the hook, but he's so tanky on this Mordekaiser, it doesn't even matter. It's a 3v3 over this Mountain Dragon. It is the sole point for Death Cards Academy if they are able to take it, but not quite. His shutdown will be going over to Epic Fail Guy. Sterling Archer dives in for the miracle 1v3, is able to outplay, not gonna be quite there. Double kill going over to Epic Fail Guys. Now Uber Cthulhu landed a nice double root. It's just unfortunate there is no Leandra is quite finished yet, so he's too far behind to really be doing much damage, but he could look for a potential steal here. I'm not gonna quite say No Fear Wolves takes the dragon quite yet. I've learned my lesson. He's gonna somehow find a steal, maybe, but okay, no Fear Wolves, they're gonna secure the dragon.
And that's what you need to be seeing if you're No Fear Wolves here. You have a very fed Yone, but you're able to stop the dragon stacking. That is oh so important here. If the Mountain Drake had been picked up by DCA off of the back of that team fight, it would have meant that they're on soul point and they're accelerating themselves to a very strong early game point, and to a point where maybe Cornstar in the next 5 minutes when that Mountain Soul is picked up isn't going to be able to one-shot everybody on your team. Now what this does is it stalls out that potential Mountain Drake, the extra resistances, the extra shielding for at least another 10 minutes here for the side of Death Cards Academy, which means they still have to deal with this obnoxiously fed Yone for another 10 minutes before they have access to a soul, if they're even able to pick up another 2 dragons for themselves, because look at this, Cornstar is just destroying them.
I mean, solo support mentality right there. He got the ward down. It is all worth if you get the ward. That's the support brain right there. I feel
there's another ward put down, Cam. What now? It's been cleared out as well. So you can't be getting over these kinds of kills, Cam. You can't be continuously feeding Cornstar, and more importantly, Epic Fail Guy is now 6-1.
Oh, no, about to make the same exact mistake as the support of Skiz. He does go in, but not quite enough damage, quite not near enough as Cornstar has, as he can't really be one-shot people on his own, as Sterling Archer going in finds Patrick Jones his first kill of the game down on the Josh box.
There is one thing that I will say about this game that favors... Oh, no.
I've seen this one before. I think there is no Fate Sealed available for Cornstar even, so I don't think he can't really go for that too soon right after the last one. But yeah, it's hard to watch now.
The Eclipse coming in here for Patrick Jones is really big, also considering the fact that he's able to complete those steel cap boots for himself. He's able to mitigate a lot of the damage that Cornstar wants to be doing up front by activating the Eclipse, getting the shield, and having that extra armor. Hold on, though. We have an engage coming in.
Never over. Cornstar, he's going to be CC'd up, and the Ignite will finally take down Patrick Jones. Not quite a shutdown on Cornstar for some reason, but he will be picking up that kill onto him. Is now Kiraichu. He could look for an engage here. He does not have that ultimate available, but still very tanky, still could find something as Sterling Archer. Is it trying to invade this chickens all alone? Now finds himself in a 1v3. Patrick Jones wants to save his jungler's life, but I'm not sure he's going to be able to do it. And now being hooked into the rest of the team is just going to have to give his own life for it as well.
Wait, this could mean tragedy here for Death Cards Academy. They're going to find Zyra. If they continue to force this, they might even be able to look for the Baron very early on here. I don't think they're going to commit to it. Instead, looking to try and pressure this mid lane inner turret so they can, or outer turret so that they can get some deep wards down. It will mean that their reward is the second turret of this game, and breaking open this map is the most important part of all of this. Having access to the deeper coverage and deeper vision of the enemy jungle is going to start allowing them to look for more aggressive plays. I do want to talk about one thing really quick though, Cam. So far this game, yes, it is 21-9 in favor of No Fear Wolves. That is a massive kill gap here. 11 kills or 12 kills up on your opponent. But what's important is when these kills are happening and how they're happening. Cornstar has been getting a lot of great side lane pressure, but when it comes to team play, Death Cards Academy has consistently been grouping together, finding picks as a 4 or 5 man unit and bursting people out before Cornstar has the ability to make something happen. And it's really showing that his lack of a teleport this game that we haven't mentioned is coming as a huge detriment to the side of No Fear Wolves, because they're just losing fights and not being able to get a full five-man cohesive unit going on this game so far, despite the fact that they are in the lead.
Yeah, they are in the lead. Like you're saying, they are just 2,000 gold in the lead, though. And that gold lead has slowly been dropping. As you can see, Skiz takes almost his entire HP bar. If the calling landed for just a few more seconds, it definitely would have found another pick. As Funnuggler, we never stop fighting in this game 5. He uses this ultimate here onto Kiraichu, forcing Kiraichu to ult away. That is a very important cooldown for Death Cards to be playing around. And now they know it is down, and they know Kiraichu's off the map for at least a few seconds.
Yeah, and it's also Skiz that has to use the Onslaught of Shadows, right? He's both of your large engaged ultimates from the tanks, from the people who should be engaging fights on the side of No Fear Wolves are down now. Also forcing out a teleport here from Raichu just to get back on the map, because this dragon is spawning in about 20 seconds here. You're missing 2 very, very important team fight ultimates coming up on this 4th dragon of the game here. This could potentially be a successful team fight from Death Cards Academy if they're able to find the picks onto the correct members. What I need to see is Patrick Jones set up in the back someplace where he can find a great grand starfall and collapse on the backline members of No Fear Wolves before the team fight really gets broken out in the favor of the Wolves.
Yeah, it's just gonna be who is able to find this first engage. You can see Skiz, he pops. He doesn't actually have to pop that ghost quite yet, as he's looking for this engage. They're just trying to wait out cute Raichu's ultimate. Once they have that unstoppable onslaught available for them, then they are definitely going to have a lot more control over this team fight. But right now, it is all in the favor of DCA. They have the team fight abilities up. They can try and force something right now, but now the ultimate is back up. They're going for in, and they find the engage right onto Sterling Archer immediately. One shot as the Zyra ultimate does a lot of damage onto the back line, but it's not going to be enough, as now Gallican Meep does a lot of damage as well, but Fuck Knuckler going in 1v3 in the back line. Double kill coming out for Epic Fail Guy. There is no more team fight left for DCA, as Uber for Cthulhu is trying to play for the steal on their third dragon, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to do it, as he's forced to flash away, taken so low by Epic Fail Guy. You cannot walk into this pit whatsoever anymore, as this is going to be potentially the third dragon going over to the side of No Fear Wolves, as Patrick Jones is diving in, trying to find another kill for himself, but doesn't look like he's going to be able to, as now Gallican Meep, he is luckily saved by the help of Uwu for Cthulhu's Root, and it looks like he's trying to lifesteal off this wave, because he knows Epic Fail Guy right in that bush almost finds the kill back onto him, but unfortunately is not going to have enough damage to do so.
Yo, that was the most amazing play coming in by Gallican Meep there. He knew that that final Mystic shot was going to be coming in. He dashes upwards, almost gets the turnaround kill onto Epic Fail Guy. These team fights are so close in this 5th game of the semifinals series here, ladies and gentlemen. And it's going to be No Fear Wolves that are able to find the successful team fight, though, at the end of the day. And what's most important to note is that the members that they decided to pick off first is Sterling Archer, the 0, 6, and 7 Jin who's been struggling to find the leads in this game that he has found almost every single time he's played this pick throughout this series. And that's also going to be what allows for No Fear Wolves to finish off that dragon, despite it being in a very awkward middle portion of the team fight, where you still have 3 members alive and kind of unhealthy from both sides. The fact that you have the smite still available in Skiz, who lived that fight, allows him to finish off that dragon. It's still another 10-minute timer here for that soul point. If DCA still wanted to try and go for it, at this point, they need to be looking towards just winning team fights and making the plays that they need to be making in order to get advantageous fights for themselves. And a lot of that has been coming out from Fug Nuggler, who has been blowing up Cornstar, who's been forcing cute Raichu to use the ultimate defensively, and has been really putting up a lot of damage for his team so far this game.
Yeah, there are a lot of crucial team fight abilities that are being used before team fights, and now Cthulhu, he lands a nice double root, but unfortunately he's going to be taken out immediately. Another kill going over to Epic Fail Guy. Now 11 kills on this Ezreal, by the way. Skiz literally just lapping Fug Nuggler in his own ult, not allowing him to move whatsoever. Another kill going over to Epic Fail Guys. The calling is being used, does a little bit of poke to the backline, but really not even allowed to touch anyone, as 3 members left for DCA. Are they able to even look for a team fight here? As you can see how low the health bars are for No Fear Wolves, but it's really just, do they continue even looking for a fight? As No Fear Wolves, you can see they're so healthy on these 3 members, but the back line too, not so much. So it does look like they will just be able to take this nice outer top tower for free.
I got a lot of questions here for DCA off of the back of that team fight. If you know that you're going to be collapsing upon it, why is Patrick Jones not using the Grand Starfall? I feel like he hasn't used it a single time this game in this series, or in this game of the series here. In game 3, we saw him using it consistently, and that's how they got a lot of leads onto Galaxy Meep, was by using that, you know, that very far range transportation ultimate in order to collapse on the bottom lane and to constantly be there to help out Galaxy Meep whenever he was getting jumped on. This time around, though, he just walks all the way up the river, not utilizing that ultimate in order to collapse upon the backline members of No Fear Wolves. I understand that you might not want to full commit to the fight, but if that's the case, then don't even rotate in the first place. Shove out the mid wave, start pressuring the mid lane inner turret, or even go bottom lane, clear out those waves, get ward coverage, do something. But if you're not going to be utilizing the transportation ultimate that you have on this Pantheon pick to utilize it as a cross map pressure tool, then there's not really a point of rotating over.
Yeah, there's not really a point if you're gonna be if you're not gonna be taking anything for it, right? And again, why do we even try to look at macro? And there's just always 1v1s happening everywhere. As I'm sure something's about to happen bot lane. Maybe Cornstar is gonna find another somehow double pick in a bush. I don't know, man. This game has been very insane. There are, what is that, 39 kills? Is that right? Quick maths at 1 a.m. is hard, but I think that's 39 kills and
39
completely even dragons coming into this third dragon soul point for either team, depending on who's able to take it. And now Sterling Archer being hooked into the entire team of No Fear Wolves. Definitely not what you're looking for. Fate sealed onto the backline. 2 members of Death Guard's Academy as well. Patrick Jones trying to go in, but he's just not taking it. Double kill coming up for Epic Fail Guy. He's trying to look for the penta now. He's got a triple. I don't think it's actually going to be a penta. He's just going to potentially get a quadra, but of course, stolen away. We don't get a penta this series, but it is the 5 for only 1 in favor of No Fear Wolves.
And that's going to be the straw that broke the camel's back there, I think, Camcom. It's been a very long series, but when Sterling Archer gets caught up at the very start of that fight, you're giving over Baron. You're giving over this dragon that's going to be spawning in the next 15 minutes, which is securing that it's No Fear Wolves that have complete control of the neutral objectives. And at this point, I'm not looking towards Cornstar anymore. I'm looking back at Epic Fail Guy, the all-pro #1 AD carry coming into this series here. He is 15-1-6 on this Ezreal. Who needs Divine Sunder when you can build this Trinity Force, Mirror Mana, and Last Whisper build? The Sorelda's Grudge finally coming in here alongside that QSS, so not even the Death Realm can stop him from popping off this game. He's going to be able to free himself of any kind of CC that's going to be thrown in his direction if he needs so, and then safely use that flash, heal, and his own blink in order to get back to safety. And with the amount of DPS he's just been pumping out this game, there's no one that can match him. He's just so far ahead at this point. He's three completed items and 2 components alongside his boots, and just doing so much work for his team.
Yeah, absolutely. Epic Fail Guy spelling out this game 5 right now. If you thought Cornstar was the carry, he was the carry in the early game, and then he set up Epic Fail Guy. And of course, we've got another team fight. We've got a dragon spawning shut down coming out from Cornstar, landing itself directly on a gap. Not like he needs it out. Cute Raichu. He's got no ult available to run away from this time, and now double kill coming out from Gallic. Is this the turning point for Death Guard's Academy? They're putting their foot down. They're saying this game is winnable. They want to go into finals.
Look at this though, Cam. Despite the fact that it's 2 kills picked up by DCA, it still feels like the pressure is going over to No Fear Wolves. There we have it. We have a snipe from Epic Fail Guy. It's Ezreal. He's still alive. He's still popping off.
Epic Fail Guy, he single-handedly takes down 2 members from Death Guard's Academy. They thought it was going to be a 5v3, and then in the end, it's a 3v3, which of course is so much favor towards No Fear Wolves. They know Death Guard's Academy aren't even going to try and contest that 3rd Mountain Dragon away from them after that fight.
It didn't matter if you're able to blow up Cornstar at this stage in the game. He started the game 7-1, and now he is 9-5. And again, I ask you the question, Cam, what is the price you're willing to pay to kill this Yone? I said earlier that it has to be everything in order to get that shutdown gun, in order to put some money back into your pockets on the side of Death Guard's Academy. But at this stage in the game, it's not everything anymore. You have to be willing to commit 1, maybe 2 ultimates, 1, maybe 2 flashes in order to kill Cornstar. But you need to be blowing everything in order to make sure that Epic Fail Guy gets taken out in these team fights. He has just completed a 4th item off of the back of that last team fight. He is looking to complete the full 6-man item here on top of his boots, and there's so much damage that he is pumping out because he is not being given the respect. Everyone from DCA is still so hyper focused on making sure that the Yone gets killed that they're forgetting about how much damage Ezreal can do, and he can single-handedly take a 3v5 and make it look like it's an easy win for No Fear Wolves.
Yeah, but now Skiz may have dove a little bit too far there. As you see, he almost went down. I was going to say that was a kill, but not quite, as he is still very tanky on that Hecarim. And I do want to point out the items here. You have 3 QSSs bought for the side of No Fear Wolves, paying that Mordekaiser tax, especially on Cornstar and Epic Fail Guy. You do not want those 2 people being taken into the Death Realm, especially this late in the game, where both of them definitely very much in these carry positions. Like you're saying, Epic Fail Guy, he's trying to make it to finals. He's about to drop a 20 bomb in game 5 of the semifinals. I mean, this man is completely insane.
It's going to be pretty insane if we see DCA bring this one back around. It's an 8,000 gold lead in favor of No Fear Wolves. It's game 5 here. It's late. Everyone is tired, but oh no, that's
Skiz?
the death bush.
Skiz, are you okay? Where are you going? There's no jungle up for you to clear. You just handed over a shutdown over to Galaxy Meat, who's, by the way, got 3 shutdowns in a row now. If he's able to pick up that 700 on Epic Fail Guy, that could absolutely be a turning point in this game, but...
You want to keep us on our toes, Cam?
Yeah, it keeps us on our toes, that is for sure. It's cute Raichu, he's got the flank angle, he can look for the flash ult in just a few seconds as Cornstar uses that face shield, but just on the Funk Nuggler immediately goes back for cute Raichu. Hits the 3-man ultimate, but Sterling Archer trying to counter-engage its Zyra ult, knocking up half the team of No Fear Wolves, but it doesn't even matter. Epic Fail Guy completely untouched in the backline. He is allowed to do whatever he wants in this game, already finding himself another triple kill, officially 20 kills in game 5 on Epic Fail Guy, looking to potentially find an extended penta here.
We said that you need to play somebody who can stay safe in this game, somebody who can't be collapsed upon by the Lucian, can scale into the mid to late game. The Ezreal pick coming in huge here. It showed up in game 4. It was doing a decent amount of work here, but it was just not quite enough. But here in game 5, Epic Fail Guy is putting in the work. He wants to carry his team to victory. He wants to go to finals versus CB Rush. He wants to show that he has deserved All-Pro 2 seasons in a row for a reason here, and he is trying to carry his team across the finish line here. And it's just every time we watch these team fights happen, nobody can get on top of this Ezreal. Nobody can finish him off because you don't have that secure engage potential from DCA. The baby proofing that we've been talking about this entire series just isn't there this game all around. You're again looking at just the short range engage of Patrick Jones, the short range dash of Sterling Archer. If you're not able to find that wind into lightning, and with Dragon spawning in just a minute here, this could be the team fight that ends the series, Cam. Dragon Soul coming up here for No Fear Wolves.
The final fight potentially of this entire series, like they're saying, if it does go in the favor of No Fear Wolves, they're gonna pick up the Mountain Soul Baron spawning in just 10 seconds, so they're gonna be able to pick up that Baron as well. But I mean, with how long death timers are, 35 minutes into this game, I don't think you even need a Baron to end at this point. If you're able to kill enough members from death cards, or even No Fear Wolves, if they are going to turn a fight back around. And this game is definitely not over yet if death cards do win. Like I'm saying, the death timer's too long. 30-40 seconds, definitely more than enough time to find it in as Cornstar. He's going out in the spot lane, using that Fate Shield a little bit too early on just 2 members. He's going to be going down to Sterling Archer as there's teleport coming up from cute Raichu. He wants to save his mid laner, but he's far too late. Azul for Cthulhu, taken down so low. Hook, nice landing onto Sterling Archer, but unfortunately no follow-up. Forced to flash away Josh Boxes, and now he's caught out completely separated from his team. Teleport coming in from the Death Cards Academy as well, just to make sure they're keeping up these health bars. They really want to secure this 3rd Mountain Dragon for themselves, especially to stall out that timer for Soul Point for No Fear Wolves. But Skiz, he is very determined. If nothing's gonna happen, they're gonna go for the steal. Cure Raichu ults in and gets absolutely destroyed for Gaki Beef though in the backline, somehow getting 1v1 by Jushbox on the Thresh. He's gonna go down as the hook lands once again on the Patrick Jones. Jushbox literally 1v9ing the last fight of this game. I don't know what has happened so far as Epic Fail Guy finally shows up. He's trying to land the last Q on the Funk Nuggler. Does so much burn damage on this Ezreal, but now he's finally left all alone. Yon has finally respawned with the very extended death timers, and are they even able to kill Epic Fail Guy? He is literally in a 1v3, and it doesn't look like they're gonna be able to, as oh man, that almost got a double kill for him off the back of that, and I don't know who's gonna take the dragon.
So Patrick Jones still has a Grand Starfall, but it's going to be this dragon picked up here for No Fear Wolves, because everybody on the side of DCA has to reset here a little late on the spear. That steal would have been massive here, but with Mountain Soul going over, I don't see there being any world where Ezreal is going to be dying in these team fights. You have the additional resistances, 4 dragons stacks worth of additional resistance here on top of the Frozen Heart, on top of the plated steel caps, on top of the Mercurial Scimitar. the only real form of AP damage that is really threatening Epic Fail Guy right now is mainly from Ulu for Cthulhu, because Fug Knuckler has not found a single opportunity to get on top of Epic Fail Guy this entire game, and that means that he's just going to be continuously throwing out damage after damage after damage, mystic shot after mystic shot at his opponents. And if Patrick Jones' Sterling Archer ever get on top of him, he's going to shrug it off like this Malphite will and walk on with the rest of his day.
Yeah, Epic Fail Guy, he's got the Frozen Heart, he's got the upgraded full item QSS, so you can't be ulting him as Mordekaiser. So Fug Knuckler, he looks at the QSSs on No Fear Wolves, and you see, you've got two people you can ult. You can ult Raichu, or you can ult Joshbox, and apparently in that fight, Joshbox clearly showed up. He got himself a double kill on the front end of that fight before he gave his own life, so I guess somehow you could be trying to ult Joshbox, as Fug Knuckler has been trying to ult Raichu before every single one of these fights, and hasn't really been working out for them. Is yet to be determined. Is now No Fear Wolves, they've got that Mountain Soul, like we were saying, they're looking to try and convert this into another fight win, or just taking the Baron.
This Baron is probably going to be secured here by the side of No Fear Wolves. I want to see if DCA can take an opportunity with these reduced resistances coming in around this Baron to take the opportunity and take advantage of all that additional damage they're going to be receiving. Baron's going down.
They wanted to go for the steal so badly, but not having their jungler there. Very unfortunate kill. Raichu picked up that kill onto Patrick Jones. Now Ulu for Cthulhu. Zanya's in the middle of the team. Not going to get to live for much longer after that, my friend, as it looks like No Fear Wolves, they've got the Baron, they've got the Mountain, so all they able to end game 5 tonight.
And I think that's going to be the end of the game here, Cam. They have a minion wave. You have 30 seconds left on Patrick Jones, 25 left on Ulu for Cthulhu here. Inhibitor's going to be going down. They're looking to end this game. No Fear Wolves, after a long, begrudging series, best of 5 here in a 40-minute final game here. They want to try and end this one out. There is going to be a last stand that must be made here by DCA if they want to make their ways towards finals, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
It's gonna be the 3v5, like you're saying, Sterling Archer. He really wants to keep those Nexus Towers alive. This is all that is standing between No Fear Wolves and finals. There's 2 more Nexus Towers and just the Nexus. But Knuckler is going to be able to pick up that kill on the Q Raichu. But of course, Epic Fail Guy, he is so huge. 23 kills in this game 5. He's currently in his GA, but it doesn't even matter. All 5 members of Death Cards Academy are dead. No Fear Wolves are your semi-final champions going into finals up against CB Rush.
And what a way to end the night, ladies and gentlemen. In 40 minutes, the longest game of this series, we get out of our best of 5. No Fear Wolves and DCA, we said that they were going to put on a show for everyone at home, and they absolutely made sure of it in this absolute banger of a series. That's the last time I used that word, I promise to you, for everyone at home that's been listening to us all night. But man, that is... what a back and forth.
Wow.
Like, of all the games to go to 40 minutes, it had to be the last one.
Oh yeah, of course. After like we've been casting for, what is it, like 4 or 5 hours, and our voices are just gone, and it's like, nope, 40 minute banger. I still get to use the word 40-minute banger. We're going all in, and then of course we don't even get an elder. We don't even need an elder. You just got to get the Mountain Soul. You just got to get the Baron. No Fear Wolves taking it down mid and ending it all for us.
And it's been a very long and grudgous road. For the final time tonight, I want to bring Metapods back in if he's still here. I think he is. We're going to go ahead and throw it over to the analyst desk and break this game down one more time. Metapods, game 5. That nail biter to end this nail biter of a series. What do you think?
Hello.
There he is.
That was such a long game, but I get the feeling that Epic Fail Guy was pretty confident that whole time, because there's so many fights where he was just turbo smurfing. He was hurling Q after Q after Q after Q, and DC has no option to get on him. There's a fight under like their tier 2 bot lane tower where Galky Meep tries to dash aside on Lucian and thread an ult around to hit Epic Fail Guy in the backline. It's like, it's never gonna work. It's just, I don't know how they're supposed to kill that guy.
And I think this game kind of really puts the cherry on top of the baby proofing compositions that we've been talking about all night here, Metapod. Again, it was just another difference of who has the hard engage, where you can physically throw your bodies into the fight and make things happen with guaranteed hard CC. And it came down to No Fear Wolves. They had the Hecarim, they had the Malphite, they even had the Thresh, and while Cornstar ended up eventually using himself as by that means in order to keep the Ezreal alive, it was just No Fear Wolves time and time again. They were able to find consistent fights in their favor, despite how close they always looked, because they had the ability to go for fights that they wanted.
You call it baby proof, but that comp didn't look very baby safe to me, because the Hecarim's going in, the Malphite's going in with a windy boy on top of it all, and a lot of times the primary engage was failing. There's a clip I grabbed of that game where the two frontliners go down, and it's 3 versus 5. Epic fail guys sitting here kiting back towards the dragon while DCA tries to walk into them, and it's just Q after Q after Q. Eventually, there's a point where Zyra's almost full health. He throws a W on the Zyra, jumps forward, and blasts the Zyra like 75% to almost 0.
Yeah,
it was.
It's there's so many things that happen in this game to talk about. You could talk about the guaranteed engage, you could talk about the back and forth, but we did manage to bring in a couple of members from DC, from No Fear Wolves, our winning victors of that last series. We'll go ahead and bring Cam back in as well here, so we want to get an interview for everyone at home.